Alright, this is kind of a critical update right now. I'm going to update you guys very quickly on my thoughts, okay? So the first area of resistance is right where we're at right now, actually, okay? I'm going to factor in this area right there, there, as a resistance point, okay? That's very important to understand that. Now the next point of resistance is obviously over here, which we're not quite there yet, okay? Not quite there yet. So it's actually this entire area as well that's acting as a fairly strong resistance, right? I mean, we're talking about for days now that it's been established. Specifically right there, I would say, right? Areas that were recently a resistance will now turn into a temporary support. I don't think it's going to really hold though, like around that right there, okay? So I'm finding this general area right here, resistance, right here, which is basically between 3,500 and 3,550. And I don't, unless we shoot directly past like 35, 50, 35, 75 range, then yeah, then maybe that can act as a resistance, right? Or it can act as a support, which means that we'll eventually have to breach or even get close to this area over here, okay? Around the 3680, 3700 range, right? So then if we get into this resistance zone, like up over here, okay, that means that this area right here will obviously act as a support. So I'm just treating it as supports and resistances right now based on price action so far. But I don't think that's going to happen, guys. Like, I don't think that's going to really break out of there yet right now. So in my opinion, what's more likely going to happen is we're going to end up trending down to these lower regions over here, between there and there, where we're going to actually possibly test it again. That's definitely possible. Okay, just around these regions over here. So to me, I believe that Bitcoin is going to trend above, like honestly the low point would be 3350 and the medium point or the higher point would be about 3420 as a support. So now my general idea is to see what happens in this area right here in the white box, okay? I want to see if it's going to simply shoot and break out of this resistance and then go for perhaps this one right here, right? So if we break above 35.90, 36.25, I'm definitely going to go long on it just for a very short-term scalp position of 2% and target roughly 3600, right? So right now I'm down about 2% of my position, which is really not that much at all. And I'm always transparent with you guys, right? I'm just too tired right now. Honestly, my girlfriend's coming here in a few hours, right? Later this afternoon. So I've got a lot of preparations ahead of time. There's a lot to do, just put it that way, okay? So trading is really not on my mind right now. It's kind of family first always for the holidays, right? And you know what, like I don't think that we're going to even reach this $3,600 range. I think that we're most likely, like here's my position, guys. Like I'll show you guys transparently if you guys are curious. I'm only down 2%, which is really not that much, and I have a lot more I can play, put it that way, because they're all in my exchange account right now. I don't really have that much in my margin account, only like $10,000 or something. That's why I'm playing this like only $25,000, $30,000 position. And yeah, so I'm waiting to, not really down that much, and because my base price is 34.43, I always allocate a fairly large R unit. I wish I was awake for this, but I wasn't, right? So my idea is if my base price is 34.43, and I'm assuming that, well, that we can get to these regions over here, like in the green box, right? Which is anywhere between, like basically, up to 34.14, or sorry, 34.16, even 33.55 in those ranges. Well, if my base price is only like, 34.43, when you think about it, 34.43, right there, there's still a chance for me to actually only come out with a very small loss. So I'm just kind of hanging around right now and just waiting to see what's going on. And this is not really that bad in my opinion, right? Like even if I close it like around 34.75 there, I can still only take a very small loss in my opinion. I wish I was awake for this, but I was extremely tired last night from moving my office. If you guys have noticed, right? My office is actually moved now. Before I had the bedroom in this kind of area, but now the bedroom's going to be in the actual bedroom, and the office was moved to the den. So yeah, so once again guys, I don't think that we're going to break this resistance right here. This resistance of above 3550, which means we'd have to break 3600, which means we would have to hit like 3675, 3700. It's just not that likely right now in my opinion. Like we'll get close to there, but I don't think we're just gonna shoot forward out of nowhere, right? Like, let's just take a look at the level 2 price action to see how this is going so far. People are definitely buying it up. That I do have to admit, right? Here's 3440, right? We're going for another attempt right here. And let's just see what happens. Let's go to a lower time frame. Here's the 5th wave that we're getting, the 5th and the final wave, okay? There we go. See? Do you guys see what I'm talking about right here? There's the first wick that we're seeing right there. Right? It's getting rejected. They're trying again right now. There's the 35.57, and that's fine. Like that's honestly really okay. This is the 3rd wave of the entire impulse wave going upwards, right? So if you take your trend-based Fibonacci extension, like I don't think that's gonna get higher than that. I mean, we're talking about me closing it only at the 0.5 Fibonacci level, which is very reasonable in my opinion. Because the way that I'm looking at this, I suppose, is kind of like, I guess you could say this, well, let's just go to a 10-minute chart or something, where this is most likely this kind of count. If this were a 5 wave going upwards, right, like something like that, I'm just going to say 3, 4, you know, something like that. Or that could even be A, B, and there's a C coming down here as well still. But as you guys have noticed, regardless of the Elliott wave count, as soon as we get close to this zone right there at the 35.50, to the $3,600 range, what happens, guys? We're getting completely rejected immediately, right? So I'm not really down that much. It's only like 800. It's not much to me, right? I'm only down 3%, guys. It's really not that much to me. But keep in mind, guys, I'm transparent with you guys for a reason, right? It's so I can show you guys my trades. It's not so you guys can honestly like be negative about it or criticize me, etc., right? If you guys want to adopt that attitude, I'll simply block you, or I just won't do it as much in the future. So I'm trying to explain to you guys how I manage my position and how I rationalize staying in the game. Because I don't get shaken out ever. I don't trade emotionally. I trade based on just probability. Resistances, supports specifically in this case. And I'm trying to manage and decide whether I should be taking my loss right now, or whether I'm just seeing how my risk can be managed, basically, put it that way, based on many confluent signs of either bearish or bullishness. So anyways, just giving you guys a very clear indication of my plans. I'm already up like a few $1,000s this month, so I'm not really I haven't been trading much. Keep in mind, I've been on vacation, right? So yeah, like I honestly have not even cared much about trading whatsoever recently, because I just came back from France. And my girl is here visiting for the holidays, where she'll be staying with me for 3 weeks. So this is kind of my priority right now, but I will absolutely let you guys know how things are going on my end, right? Whether it's a loss or not. Like my loss will obviously be taken if it breaks like, you know, to well above 3,600 ranges. But as it stands right now, just based on level 2, right? And based on Elliott wave theory and just based on Fibonacci retracements, it just doesn't look like it's going to get any higher than that for now. So even if I were to take this structure only, well, my price right there, okay, this is my price range right here. Take a look, okay? I can still close it roughly near the 618 fib region. And as we're seeing it trend closer and closer to 3540, 3550 ranges, we see more and more rejection as well. So let's take a look at BTC USD long. Well, look how much longs got liquidated, right? Like, I don't know how much that is, but let's take a look. 4% longs got liquidated. Let's take a look at the shorts as well. Shorts are in the same boat right now. We're still in danger zone for the shorts, in my opinion. Okay, we're still very high up on the shorts right now. I mean, yowzers, right? If you take a look at it over time here, excuse me. It's extremely early right now. I spent all night just kind of cleaning up and stuff. So as you guys see right here, we're just completely getting downtrended right now. Like we can't break above 35.50 right now. So I'm just honestly gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna set my stop loss for 36.50. If it goes to 36.50, I'll be down $1,600. I'm cool with that, guys. I don't mind, because I completely understand that without risk, there's just no possibility of reward. And if you guys get into this mentality of thinking that you need to win every single trade, you're never going to be a successful trader. If you guys are going to be the kind of people that will always, think that you can play the perfect hand, it's not going to happen. Here's me just showing you guys that I'm a human, right? And mistakes do happen, and bad plays happen all the time as well. So here we're just still, this is probably the fifth wave. If not, this could even make a bearish flag consolidation. I mean, you never know, right? So either way, like I don't think I'm in bad shape in my opinion, right? I just don't think that I am in that bad of a shape right now. So I'll keep you guys updated later. Bye now.